and the standard racing entry of Cale Conley. Cale Conley back in the driver's seat after a long hiatus. Was definitely hoping for some better performance, but it looks like it's not going to go their way for race one.
That definitely would seem so. We're going to go ahead and go through the field. On pole today is a huge shock. Team Motorsports in that low-sponsored 61 car. Congratulations, Justin Osborne. You are on the pole. You'll be starting alongside Eugene Hawk.
Yeah, and Justin Osborne is no stranger to the front row.
It's just been a while for Team Motorsports.
It's been a while for Justin Osborne too. He's just returning, and it looks like he's going back to his ways. When he had the Haas CNC 79 for Joseph Ernesto, he qualified in the front row quite often, and
Not
so
bad.
they're just getting back to where they left off in this 61 car.
And for row 2?
In row 2, we have Connor Meir and Dylan Young.
And starting behind them, we got 2 cars from Western Auto Racing. They had a pretty good qualifying streak. We got about 3 of their cars starting in the top 6. So in row 3, we got Noah Joyce starting alongside Rick Hughes.
And then we have Amir Toyota on slot in the next row with Caitlin Thibodeau and Brett Pritchard. Brett Pritchard's renumbered to number 2 from 44. Brett Pritchard's championship season and most of his wins in the series history came from the number 2, so they're very confident with the number change.
That's a beautiful looking Mobil 1 paint scheme as well. That car looks really nice. Starting behind them, we have Chris Davis. Now, Francie Davis is not here tonight. She is signed with Redline Racing in a car that's not here. They said they didn't get the car prepared in time, so it'll be interesting to see how she'll do later on the season. Starting alongside Chris Davis is the number 24 car of Dakota Cardale. He had a really good end of the last season, so it'll be interesting to see how he'll do this year.
And moreover, we saw the Benjamin Thomas-led team be really strong in the preseason races. They showed a lot of speed and very good finishes, so they're hoping that their confidence is going to carry over into the real season.
It will be interesting.
In the next row, we have the defending series champion Adam Douglas starting alongside of Jay Langelier.
We'll see how he does. Not a bad qualifying spot for Jay, qualifying 12th. And behind him, we have another one of Ben's teams. That is Ryan DeLusso, third and starting 13th, alongside Joseph Ernesto in 14th.
And behind them, we have the rookie Alfred Dunn, the open wheel standout, starting to the inside of Benjamin Thomas. And Benjamin Thomas is coming off a strong last couple races from the previous season, and he is hoping that his performance in this new number 9 Circle B diecast car is going to be pretty strong.
And then we got a rookie and a veteran. We got Todd Castile, who'll be starting 17th alongside Sammy Cobb and 18th in that number 6 Toyota.
We have a couple of new entries, but old drivers. We have the 26 car here of Aaron Gabron starting to the inside of Aaron Douglas. We got an Aaron row.
Got a row of the Aarons. Not bad, not bad. And then behind that is also one of Aaron's cars. So we have Jamie Carter. This is her first appearance. She was initially supposed to start in 2019 and was unable to do that with the shutdown from the pandemic. So this will be interesting to see how they will go. They are starting alongside Brandon Crasta. 22 is his position.
And we're not quite finished with our Aarons here. We have 2 Aaron Douglas-owned teams. The 60 car of Greg Graziano starting the inside of Trenton McPherson.
All right, and then behind that we have a return. Jonathan Hicks is in the number 3 car for his cell phone team with J Hicks Motorsports with a long-time URD member. Welcome back, Richie Mancha for Rebel Racing in the number 82 Ford. That'll be interesting to see how he does tonight, and a welcoming return. I am sure he is happy to get back behind the wheel.
And behind them we have one new team, or not necessarily new, is
That's Nexus. They were here for a couple of seasons.
Yes, and Scott Vickers had strong runs back then. He's glad to be returning. He's turned to the inside of Jonathan Rains.
It'll be interesting to see how both they do. Behind them, we have Austin Yoakum in his 40 car. He'll be starting alongside another longtime member. That's Zach McAdoo. He's actually in the top 15 for top 10s. So he's known to be a really good driver. We'll see how well he does while we get to our last row.
McAdoo drove the old Tide machine.
He did.
So in our final row, we have Alex Tanker in the number 84 Rebel Racing Ford, starting to the inside of the number 36 Joey Sanders.
It'll be really interesting to see how well all of these guys do. So we are going to get back here to the front. This will be interesting to see how this field goes. Lights on the pace car out. We're about to get this season back underway. for the first time this season. Let's go back FARCA Racing. Really easy start, and Osborne's going to hold right up to that 88 car. Connor looks straight to the inside to make it 3 wide for the start of the season.
Number 88 car of Eugene Hawk is trying to hold strong on the outside, pulling Dylan Young with him.
Not bad. He's going to try and take that early help. Those Fords trying to work with each other. Osborne's going to try and look to the inside. Not going to lead that first lap as Rick Hughes shoves the bumper right in between to split that for 3 wide. He will take second coming off the corner. And our first lap led of the season is by a rookie of Eugene Hawk.
That's going to make JT Stacy pretty happy.
I sure would. And then we got Western Auto Racing right behind it in second and third. He's now going to be trying to get the air off the outside. Outside seems to be a really strong lane leading off of turn 2.
We have a Ford Onslaught at the start of the field.
Look at the lead Dylan Young gave throughout that corner. That car is starting to check out.
Yeah, it looked like the 88 had gotten tight in that corner. Kind of in a bad spot running low on the racetrack like that. You're going to have a bad angle getting into the corners.
Yeah, that really is. He's kind of driving it like what you would see as Harvick. That move is known as Harvicking, but it doesn't work well when these tracks are cold. It will help out later on in the runs, but it takes really a long time for that to develop.
Number 2, Brett Pritchard is a hard charger into that
Look
corner.
at that. Ooh, maybe trading some paint a little bit there with the 61 car, but both of those guys stay straight and fast in the corner. Osborne getting right back next to him. He's showing him he's not afraid of him.
Brett Pritchard might be trying to settle in here, looking for another run.
Ooh, Osborne there with a little brake check. He was trying to set that corner in, and I don't think that worked out too well for him.
Looks like Brett Pritchard's going to be settling in now.
And again, we got 50 laps of this as a reminder. This is lap 5 out of 50. Dylan Young currently setting the field with Noah Joyce behind him. 88 car trying to get things set back in, and the 61 is also trying to work his way back up through the field.
It's like Noah Joyce is doing a good job holding off Osborne as Osborne's going to go to the inside.
Joyce is trying to block him as much as he can without being too aggressive. It is too early on, but Osborne doesn't seem too clean tonight. He's about a little bit everywhere, and here comes the 2 car. He's going to take advantage of that slip up.
Yeah, it looks like Osborne got loose coming out of turn number 4, and that's going to allow pressure to get around on the outside. See Dakota Caudill and the Benjamin Thomas machine who's starting to come up.
Not bad, not bad. Benjamin's team, like I said, they did really good at the end of last year. And there's Ryan DeLusso. He's really close to the back of that 24 car as well.
Here comes Ryan DeLusso into the picture as well.
Chris Davis and Adam right behind him. This is all still in the top 10.
Teammates right here racing pretty close between Connor Meare and Brett Pritchard.
They're not bad, not bad. We're getting close to our competition caution window. That is going to be lap 10.
Brett Pritchard had a strong car to end the season last season here at Homestead, but a late race incident with a lapped car took his winning chances away.
It was an interesting race to say that the least. Pritchard, of course, he's a good guy. He didn't really care too much. He knew moving forward into the next season he was still going to have a good ride, and he absolutely excelled on that, especially in the Super Speedway Series too.
For sure.
Oh, wow. With the block from Rick Hughes, and DeLusso certainly wasn't going to let that take the arrow off of him. Nice, quick, reactive move by him. A lot of 3-wide racing going on tonight.
Yes, this package is certainly putting on a good display of racing so far.
See Benjamin Thomas moving up himself as well. His team is not doing too bad so far in this early run of the race. Dylan Young is just staying absolutely checked out so far. He is staying a good 2.5 seconds in front of the field. maintaining that good lead. He will already have almost 10 laps under his belt before the competition. Of course, FARCA officials going to give some time for everybody to cross the line. And they're getting the word, putting it out. So give us a chance to talk to a few drivers and get some input to see how they are doing so far early in the run. It'll be interesting to see what they're saying the cars feel like this year.
Field lines up behind the Porsche safety car along the backstretch. Looks like pit road may be open this time. The drivers a chance to come down and service their vehicles if needed.
All right, so we're going to start going through the field here. And we'll start off with our top 5. Dylan Young is our leader in the Western Auto Racing Ford. His teammate Noah Joyce is in 2nd. Justin Osborne is in 3rd. Connor Meyer in 4th. And Dakota Caudill is in 5th. And through the remainder of the top 10, the number 2 car of Brett Pritchard is in 6th. Number 62 of Joseph Anesto is in 7th. Benjamin Thomas in the 9 car is in 8th. Rick Hughes is in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is our pole setter of Eugene Hawk.
61 was on the pole. Eugene
Sorry,
Hawk
my
was on
bad.
the outside.
I was backwards. So let's go ahead and check in with number 62 car. We're going to go ahead and ask him how he has been feeling about the car and what he thinks about the aero package. We'll stand by for what he says. So as we just spoke with the driver of the number 62 car, he says the car feels really loose. They were hoping that they would be able to unload with the notes that they had coming from the previous race that we had here. They were hoping that they could come down on pits for adjustments, but as we saw, nobody came down. Everybody's going to stay on the current set of tires that they are. So that's going to be a little unfortunate for him. We'll see if he can build up on that at least a little bit. Another new rule that a lot of people will seem to be happy about is that caution laps will not count towards the race. So this is not going to be impeding on the progression of the race. This is just a nice way to get everything nice and easy as reset, as everybody has now learned the track. Our pace car is now heading into pits. We are about to take the green flag, and it is back in the air. Ooh, major 3 wide right here on the initial start. Wow.
A lot of tight racing back here.
Back to back to back, 3 wide all the way through the field. These guys are staying nice and close. Everybody is door to door scrambling for positions on this crazy restart. Dylan Young is still at the lead. Connor Meyer moved aggressively all the way up to second. Here comes Osborne down on the inside. Ooh. Adam making a move right down to the inside. These Toyotas are not wasting any time. Look at the move from Dakota Caudell. Drove it so far deep into the corner.
That's a strong move. You're going to get well into the top 5 with that one.
Wow, that car's just stuck in there too. What an awesome move.
Pritchard's coming back on the outside though. This 24 is going to get hung up on the outside.
These Rapid Racing Chevys definitely brought some good equipment in
he
here
was
tonight.
able to clear him. Here comes Benjamin Thomas.
Yep, there's Ben. He's up there as well with Ryan. Rapid Racing is definitely being aggressive on this restart, and it is paying off for them. So up at the forefront of the field, it is the 06 car of Dylan Young, and then Connor Meyer, and then Rick Hughes in the 1 car. But man, this racing back here is, of course, with these Chevrolets. Everybody back here scrambling with the mixture of Brett Pritchard. Still got more 3 wide racing there. That's Noah Joyce. He did not fare well on this restart. He dropped like a cannonball.
There might be something going on with that 16 car.
And we're hearing from the team owner of Western Auto Racing. They said their cars, for some reason, are really tight on cold tires. They don't know why it's not affecting the 2 forefront cars, but that is also why the 16 and 0 are struggling.
It looks like the 62 car may have just caught the wall back in turn 4.
Yeah, we'll have to see if maybe that'll affect him. He said the car setup was definitely missed going into this race, and they haven't been able to adjust it with a pit stop, so maybe that's really starting to hurt him right now.
Yeah, and certainly another car that's struggling right now is that 2 car, Brett Pritchard.
Man, as somebody who also was doing really good on this restart, so I'm not sure what's going on with that 2 car.
Oh, he's still in the top 10.
Yeah, he's still up there. He's still up there for sure.
Like he might have just had a temporary slip.
Yeah, keep an eye on this one right here. So he's still not doing bad at all. And there we go. We're starting to fan out now. Everybody's starting to settle in. Let's go ahead and we'll go through the field just so we can get everybody a refresh on where everybody is at. So currently leading this race, we have Dylan Young in the 06 Corsair Ford with Connor Meyer in the number 29 Toyota. And Rick Hughes is in the number 1 Ford in third. Dakota Caudell, after a strong restart, is in the 4th position. And Justin Osborne, the pole sitter, is rounding out the top 5. You want to finish out the top 10 for us?
Well, here's Benjamin Thomas in the Circle B diecast after a strong restart with his teammate in the 24, running in the 6th position. And then in their last teammate, Ryan DeLusso, number 5, Cars.com Chevrolet.
And they're out here running in the top 7. This team is on fire tonight.
Yeah, they're very confident in their abilities coming into this season. So here's Adam Douglas in the Todd Bodine, Chad McCumbee throwback for Flooring. And then in the 9th position, we have Brett Pritchard in the Mobile 1 Toyota. And then in 10th, but under fire from the 88 of Eugene Hawk, is Chris Davis.
And wow, look at this 3-wide little segment we got going on. Eugene Hawk, that rookie, he's trying to make an aggressive move on the 2-car. I'm pretty sure there was contact there, nudging the 2-car out of the way. He's trying to make this pass, but the veteran of Pritchard holds him off.
I think he was just trying to side draft him.
Not doing too bad. These AI definitely know what they're doing as far as getting stuck up right to the corner of that car. And he is still trying to peck away at this 2-car, and Davis is just watching. Noah Joyce, he's starting to make a rebound on this longer run as well. And there's Jaylan Jalir just sitting right outside the top 10. He's kept that car clean tonight.
Yeah, he has to a point.
He does. He does.
Still got a lot of racing left to go.
We do. We still have 30 laps left here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Going back, looking through the field, just outside the top 15 is the 62 car. He is slowly but surely dropping. That car definitely not doing as hot as he thought it would tonight. Sammy Cobb, actually, this is considered to be an impressive performance for this team coming out here. I don't think they expected to get a top 20 tonight.
Yeah, I'm certainly would guess that they're pretty happy with their performance up to this point.
I'd imagine they would, as well as Southern Pride Racing. You know, they got Southern Pride Trucking, a family-owned business, putting money into this car, and then another small website of Circuit City. Todd's not doing too bad, really, for this car as well.
The 21 car of Jimmy Carter.
It's our first start.
Working ahead of the Brandon Crasta and then X-Team Motorsports car.
Man, I still feel for Brandon from the past few years. He's had a couple shots where he's been up front leading the race, and then everything just seems to negatively happen to this dude.
Yeah, his luck just unravels.
So we'll see if maybe something can happen for him this year. It would be certainly awesome to see. The rest of the Redline Racing cars up here in this back part of the field, these are all of the same team's Ford. They are all working out of the same engine shop too.
Yeah, it seems like they have a long way to go to improve their performance.
Yeah, a whole new different thing. Of course, Western Racing worked with Penske to develop their engine. This is their own thing, trying to now make something happen. Yeah, hiccup on the internet.
So here's Dylan Young in the 06 car still leading the field. Looks like he's got a strong grasp on the race.
He certainly has. As soon as he has taken the lead, he has not let up. It has been a relentless onslaught from this 06 Ford, and he was at a mid-season hire. He didn't actually complete the full season last year and still made it into the chase.
And he made it deep in the playoffs too. So behind him we saw that the 0 car was working on the outside of Benjamin Thomas. Looks like the 24 cars moved into the 3rd place from 4th. So the 1 car of Rick Hughes has fallen back just a hair. Looks like the 0 car has solidified his position in 6th over the 5 and the 9. The 2 and the 88 are still working on each other.
These Toyotas definitely are long run Toyotas, but once they get up there, they are definitely not slow. See the 88 here, Eugene Hawk, he definitely is not backing down. Couple of side-by-side still going on in these speed backpacks. It is definitely still strung out heavily here. '06 might just walk off with this. Connor still trying to get back up there, but it's
the 24 and the
just
29
not fast enough.
The 24 and the 29 here are trying to work together to get some kind of draft going where they can catch up to the front, but it just hasn't worked out in their favor quite yet. The 61 and the 1 are trying to get a tow to try to help these two cars catch up to the leader.
It's a possibility they could still make it up to him. Maybe the possibility the '06 car could be overdriving, but again, we don't know, especially with it being a night race here too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get into the late run. The 24 starts to look to the inside of the 29.
There we go. That is, of course, Dakota Caudill for Rapid Racing. That's Ben's team. He's going to be making the pass towards the inside.
We saw that car was looking like a rocket ship in the early stages of this run. Could still have some speed, just needs to find a way around the 29 car.
He did. He moved around those cars in a hurry, spent no time waiting to get around those cars, and now he's worked himself into the second. That beautiful Window World 24 Chevy.
Well, we saw that other cars were having issues completing the pass on the inside. The 24s made it look so easy.
That's very rare for these cars to be able to do. Just kind of that aero handicap of preventing them from actually getting up to the bumper and then completing that pass. So the hats off to the 24 car. And of course, let's not undermine Justin Osborne. He's got himself back up here after having a miserable restart. Oh, and a door slam from the 29 car. What an excellent block attempt. But the 61 is still working on that outside.
It looks like that 29 car might be fading right now in this part of the run.
Yeah, he might have been overdriving it, but oh, 61 missed the turn there, and that's going to allow Rick Hughes to get to the inside of that 29 car.
Yeah, certainly that car had a whole head of steam getting in that corner. It didn't quite work out for him.
He's trying to get his line back and get back to that 24 car. He doesn't want to deal with those cars behind him. He wants to be up front leading this thing.
As perhaps the 29 car was just trying to lay back and regroup, getting ready for another run at the 24 to go and try to catch the 06.
It's not bad. We have 28 laps to go here. There still is time for anything to happen. Justin Osborne moving quietly more on the outside again. His car seems to really work nicely up on the high side. Not a lot of cars have been doing that later on this sid. We saw that early on, but not here.
Osborne still working on Connor Muir for this third position.
It's a good battle. Good battle. This is again for the third position. This is trying to get behind the 24 car. Osborne, who had the pull at this race, he's been very consistent, but hasn't led a single lap.
He's just trying to put a run together his first time back, I'm sure.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Then Ryan DeLusso currently just outside the top 5 with Adam Douglas behind him. We have Chris Davis in 8th, Benjamin Thomas in 9th, and then rounding out the top 10 is Eugene Hawk, and then as Pritchard just outside the top 10, and he's trying to sneak around the outside. Look at that side draft he made coming around the corner. That is a textbook pass from a veteran.
Yeah, and that's going to put Eugene Hawk out of the top 10.
That is outstanding by Brett Pritchard to see a good driver making that kind of a move, and that is why he is always in the chase and why he has multiple championships.
Absolutely.
And you see we've made the first lap car pass. That is Alex Tanker going a lap down, which is kind of surprising from that URD veteran, but he's in his brand new team. So first car lap down is Alex Tanker for the season.
Yeah, certainly not the way they wanted their season to open up, but these smaller teams have to catch up.
Well, here's also going to be the key factor now. What could happen? Will lap cars change the outcome of this race?
Yeah, that's going to be up to Dylan Young to see how well he can navigate the lap traffic.
He has to navigate them correctly, and that is a beautiful Corsair paint scheme. Hopefully he can bring this thing to victory lane, but let's see how he now works around Zach McAdoo in that 83 car and comes up to the 40. so far, easy come, easy go for all of these cars, and the next couple pair is coming up, and how is this going to be affecting the 24 and 29?
The 06 is definitely checked out from these second and third place cars.
Yeah, if anything, these lap cars have helped him. He's just using them as basically draft to get around him as soon as he can.
And he's just put a huge gap on the 24 of Dakota Caudill.
Already working around the 38 and 36 car. Absolutely no problem getting around him whatsoever. As of that last lap, he has a 1.3 second lead over second.
Yeah, Sanders and Vickers just let him go.
I mean,
That's good. Heads a move from the lap traffic there.
got to keep him out of the way. Why would you ruin the outcome of the race? '83 car staying to the inside. We got a cat in the booth. So there's just aggressive meowing going on. Excuse us while we get this sorted out. Get at the fuck. Move, cat.
That's one bad pussy. Meanwhile, Dylan Young is still leading.
I knew that'd be funny.
Oh man, that 24 car is maybe starting to catch the 06.
He actually
possibly.
might be.
Now that we've got some open room and no cats in the booth.
Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. 24 car is catching the 06. Actually, no, that time by he was able to gain the time back. It is now 1.6 seconds. Connor Meyer staying right behind him in that third position. He is not falling back. Same lap cars right behind him. Ryan DeLusso still in the sixth position. Adam behind it.
Yeah, that 24 is not catching the 06.
No, he's got two more lap cars in front of him. We're coming to Jonathan Rains of Nexus and, of course, Jonathan Hicks of J. Hicks Motorsports. These two Fords, I doubt they're going to hold up a fellow Ford, but yeah. That run off the corner might have actually hurt him.
Yeah, and we're coming to the closing stages of this race, the last 10 laps.
We're inside the last 10 already, but it looks like these guys are actually going to be holding him up a little bit. Hicks is still on the way, and now he's going to be finally getting around him. That looks like they helped him. We'll see as they come around to the start-finish line if that was enough to change the time or not. They held him up by 0.1 of a second, but that was it. He will then now be back at full speed.
Meanwhile, the 24 will now have to deal with them side by side.
Yep, but they are still going to be side by side for this pass. That is definitely going to hurt him. And there he is, right on the back bumper of that 3 car, saying, I am here, moving. Connor's trying to take advantage of this.
Oh, slide job!
That
was almost a slide job. But
and
29's
right on the
definitely
back
got his
bumper,
spot on the
though.
24 now.
Then that 3, that is a Canadian driver, Jonathan Hicks, stirring stuff up here in the closing stages of the race.
It's an angry Leaf.
It's an angry lead. Here comes Justin Osborne. He's now trying to take advantage of the situation. So that will give Connor second place as we get to lap 46 out of 50. Another lap car that is Richie Mancha going a lap down.
24 is coming back at the 29.
He is trying to come back to the 29 car to see if he's done aggressive corner entries. If he does this again, he could get second back.
And the race really is for second today.
It really is, because Dylan Young has done nothing but whoop this field at the track.
Absolutely. And this Ghost Energy 29 is going to try to hold off the Winter World Chevrolet Camaro of Dakota Claudil. And then Justin Osborne's right behind them in the fourth position.
We're down lap 47 out of 50. This race is winding down. We are almost done. Let's see if Dakota can come back in this beautiful 24 car. Hunter Meyer had a really good run off of turn 2 there. That set him up really good into 3 and 4.
We'll be coming to 3 laps to go this time.
24 car really needs to hit his marks and not worry about the 61 car. Back here in the world of his own, our race leader, Dylan Young, has led almost every single lap tonight with a current 2.3 second lead. He started 4th, and here he is at the forefront of the field.
Yeah, he certainly has zip-coded tonight.
He has. He's led everybody in the dust, and even on the restart, made sure he was out of there way before anybody could deal with him. Get ready to take the white flag here. I'm going down the back stretch. Be one more time around for this 06 car. Not really too much. I don't think there's going to be enough time for him really to do much, but a good run off the corner.
And maybe trying for one last ditch effort, but Connor's going to block.
There's too much good grip. But it's all Dylan Young tonight in that 06 Ford. He will get the first win of the season in that Western Auto Racing Ford.
The zip code.
Followed by Connor Meyer in second. Dakota Cardell will get third. Justin Osborne, the pole setter, finishes 4th. Rick Hughes will round out the top 5.
Then Ryan DeLuce is in 6th, followed by Adam Douglas in 7th.
That is our defending series champion.
Looks like Eugene Hawk is going to be able to come home with a solid top 10. Saw him outside for a little bit.
He did. So he worked himself back in. Good effort by him. And Chris Davis worked himself back into the top 10 as well. He will finish 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Benjamin Thomas in the number 9 Circle B diecast Chevy. Brett Pritchard finishing 11th. Not bad for a first showing. He made some really good moves tonight. Noah Joyce, his first race back, he finishes 12th. Good effort for Joseph Ernesto. He finishes 13th. Langelier with the top 15 tonight. Together with the finish. That's right, in 14th. And Caitlin will round out the top 15.
Excellent showing. A little bit of a dominating performance by one driver.
Not too bad, and a nice easy start to a 20-race season. This is one of the longest ones that we've had in a long time. This will be going all the way out into April of next year. So a good long season ahead of us, and a good strong start for the Western Auto Racing Showcase with getting that first win, and that means that there are going to be a good strong setup for getting into this championship. 14 cars this year will be allowed to get in. So that'll be interesting. More in for next week. Next week we head out to Rockingham Speedway, the Rock. Be a nice classic, a racetrack for us to head out to. And a big congratulations again to Dylan Young and the rest of our top 5.
Yes, and certainly it's going to be nice to figure out what the Rock's got cooking for us next week. we head down to North Carolina.
Be nice and hot up there in the ending part of this year, so hopefully it stays nice and clear. Car should be sliding around. Be nice and fun.
Yeah, it'll be good to see some sliding action from these cars. A good race here to open up the season in Florida. Again, another congratulations to Dylan Young for his performance